Good morning, it's Lorna Wagner here. I'm the Programme Manager for Careers and Outreach for Maritime UK, and I'm joined by Melanie this morning, and we're going to talk to her about employer and school and college engagement. So, Melanie, good morning.
Good morning, Lorna.
Can you start off by telling us your full name and your job title and who you work for, please?
Of course, my name is Melanie Forster. In September last year, I launched the concept of a network for sales and marketing professionals in the ocean economy. That's now called Harness Blue, and we work with sales and marketing professionals to upskill and create change and do things differently in a sector that's growing.
Fantastic. So can I ask you, you're obviously running your own business now, but can I ask what your own career story is, please?
Sure. I started in sales and marketing many years ago. For the past 10 years, I've run my own consultancy business, working with technology companies on how to go to market. So whether they want to take a new product to market or whether they want to take an existing product and sell it into more customers, I work with them to help create market growth. In September 2019, I started a master's at Solent in shipping and maritime logistics. It was something that I was really fascinated in, the whole industry, particularly after the Maritime 2050 was published by the UK government. And so when lockdown started last year, I made the shift and I've been working in the sector ever since, meeting lots of really interesting people and finding out where I can add value in terms of my experience in the marketing space.
Brilliant. So that was you coming into the maritime sector really at that stage.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what made you volunteer to become an ambassador for us?
I think I've become over the past 6 months since we launched the network, I've become more passionate about introducing new talent into the sector. I'm obviously specifically focusing on marketing, business development type skills, but I think there's a broader need for fresh young talent to come in that's used to the digital space, that feels quite comfortable operating in that way, and it's going to bring fresh new ideas on exciting developments like marine autonomous systems, biotechnology, research, and also solving some of the biggest ocean problems that we have around ocean warming and understanding the geology and of the ocean floor.
Fantastic. So you've done school events, you've done a lot of work with universities already. What's the best thing about delivering these careers talks or webinars?
I think it's realizing how enthusiastic the students are to want to get involved in an industry that so far they know nothing about. I mean, Lorna, you and I did a session a couple of months ago, and I think at the beginning we did a poll, or there was a poll on the interest of students that want to come into the sector, and it was very low. And by the end of it, by the time everyone had spoken, it was much higher. And I think that feels fulfilling to me, that we are encouraging people that into an industry that is quite hidden, that is quite unknown, and is certainly misunderstood.
Yeah. And what's the most difficult question you've been asked?
What don't I like about what I do? And I found it really difficult, because when you're inspired to encourage people to come into the sector, you really don't want to talk about negatives. But also, I do actually really enjoy what I've been doing over the past 6 to 9 months. I think it's a fascinating industry. I love what I'm learning, and it was a really difficult question to answer. I was completely thrown by it.
It's one for our ambassadors to have up their sleeve, though, isn't it? It's like the cue card that they need to have in their back pocket.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then, okay, final question. So, why do you think maritime industry people need to get involved in school, college, and university careers work?
I think there's actually a two-way trade here. I think the obvious is to encourage students in, and to encourage people to apply for first level roles that they wouldn't have otherwise considered, and to show the depth and breadth of the industry that is available. But I also think actually that the students can teach the industry a lot. I've been talking to a university recently about the concept of taking a group of students into a business and coming up with a completely new and novel way to approach, say, a marketing problem, or a market, to understand the market better. And so I think there is a two-way trade between industry and academia to help transition the maritime sector to a new normal.
Totally agree with you. I think if as an industry and as a sector, we want young people to come to us and seek us out, so the talented ones come looking for us, but also to come to us with the skill set and the enthusiasm and the baseline knowledge that we're looking for. We can't do that without taking the information into education, can we?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's not enough accessible information on the internet. There's lots of academic type information you can read about topics, but actually to be able to get your hands on and really understand the so what, that's not so much out there. I've experienced that myself from shifting into the industry, and I think that's a one-on-one, face-to-face conversation where students can really ask the questions that they've got.
And done virtually currently, of course.
Yes.
I come back to my my mantra: you can't be what you can't see, but I spell it SEA. So we're just taking that information out there. Melanie, thank you very much for everything you're doing to support the programme.
Pleasure.
No problem. Thank you.